Expanding the Strategy, Part 2. Welcome to Bonesaw Poker. I'm Brad. Time to open up our game. Let's go. So we're going to be 3-betting more from the cutoff. And the reason being is we want to disincentivize the button from playing. We want to have position post-flop. And on some of these hands that we're adding in to our regular 3-bet is because they need some help. There's our regular 3-bet. So let's clear this out, and I'm just going to put in what we're going to do for our 3-betting from the cutoff that we're going to add to that. So ace-jack off, ace-jack suited, ace-10 suited. We're going to put king-queen off in there, king-queen suited, king-jack suited, king-jack off. All right, this is part 2, and we're going to be adding in another strategy, and this is to 3-bet more from the cutoff. So we've added the hands in that we're going to 3-bet. We'll call. Well, we're not supposed to. Killing me. Okay, we're going to fold there. So we already do the 10s plus ace, king, ace, queen. So on the cutoff, we're going to add in ace-jack offsuit, ace-jack suited, ace-10 suited, king-queen suited and not suited. And we're going to fold that. Then we're also going to add in king-jack suited and king-jack offsuit. And we're going to 3-bet those hands up to discourage the button from playing and to get the betting lead from the person that went in first. So that we, in the first expanding, we opened up what we're going to call, and we're going to raise first in on the button. And so now we're adding part 2, which is going to be the 3-bets. And we're going to check that. Fold there. And this is, we're not going to call anything here. Well, I mean, we might be all right, but it's a 3-way pot. And I just got here, so we're going to let that go. Not sure where we're at. Not sure really why I played that hand. So that's what we got going. I got to make sure I check my time. Okay. And we'll add that in. So we're adding a new strategy each episode. And it's not a lot. We're not adding a lot to it because the basic strategy is pretty solid on its own. But it needs to expand over time. So we got 3 tables up, and we'll talk about each hand as it comes. And hopefully we can get some good action and get some big pots. Queen 6, that's a fold. 6s, that's a raise first in. We're not calling a 3-bet. Unless it's like a min click. But anything regular, we're not calling it. See what Big Blind wants to do. Monotone boards, we're in position. We have a pair. I like to heads up in position. I do like to bet these. We're not putting any more money in this. Ace-7, we're folding that on the button. We do have the 6 of it. If he calls, we're done. If he goes over the top, we're done. That's an LMIP. Okay, that'll work. 5-8, we're going to let that go. 3-7 suited, we're going to fold that. Yeah. And again, a lot of the idea behind this strategy is to not get ourselves in trouble. Did we add that one in? Did we go to 5-4? No, we did not. We're going to fold that. We'll fold that. And again, anytime that you think it would be better to call than to 3-bet, you can do that as well. It's still a call hand. You can do either one. I would lean more towards the 3-bet, especially the non-suited, because you need help. Queen 9 of diamonds. We can play that in the big blind. That's in our 43. And when we opened up the button, that automatically opens up. Okay, so he limped, he raised. Really, we should stay out of this, because if he's doing this limp re-raise with aces nonsense, we're just going to end up folding out. So let's let this go, because we're new to the table. We're not sure exactly what old Doc Bones is doing over here. Oh, that hurts. We would have flopped the flush draw. Well, we'd be calling. We'd be peeling one. It's a pot-sized bet. Now, a pot-sized bet for a draw is a little high, because if it's a pot-sized bet, you need 50% to see the next card for the draw, and we only have 18%. So he priced us out. So then you have implied odds, which is, you can kind of over abuse implied odds and say, well, I don't have the direct pot odds, but I have implied odds. So this is a call. Or, well, we're still going to leave this as a call in on the button, because we're just focusing on the cutoff for now, because we do have the button. 7-4, that's a fold. Because with implied odds, you can kind of pretty much just justify anything you want to do. Say, just, Yahtzee, and let her rip. Okay, we got top pair, decent kicker. We do have the jack of hearts. We're going to call and check raise the turn. Okay, we're going to put money in now. I was figuring he was going to bet. So let's put money in now. 6-4. That is a little bit past our... Okay, we got top two. We're really liking life here. And they both called. So the flush draw is in there. So we're betting pot. And if this guy goes, we're going to go over top. So we want to pot bet because we want to charge them. So because they're not going to play when they miss. 7-8, we can overcall with that. Oh, wait, that wasn't on the button. Whoops, that was a mistake. Never mind that one. See what he wants to do. Okay, well, you could argue we lost our customer, but if they're going to draw for the flush, we need to pay. And we got top over here, so we're going to bet that. We're going to check this. This was a mistake. Whoops. Okay. We landed onto the, let's see, what's the nuts here? King Jack. So we're going to raise, the only thing we have to worry about is King Jack. If he goes over the top, he's got King Jack. Well, I should have thought about this more. That's where anticipation video comes in. If he jams, does he have two pair, a set? Pocket nines, a set, yep. So I would have struggled with that one. Okay, we're going to raise first in. We're not calling a 3-bet with that. We're good there. So the 9 gave him the set and gave me the straight. So that was nice. Queen 10 suited. That's a playable. We're not going to call a 3-bet. So a hand that I wasn't supposed to play, I won a little pot with. 2-9, we're going to fold there. So if you could remember to subscribe and like. We're not calling 3-bet with that. We're in position, but that's not part of our plan. Queen 10 off, that's a fold. We don't play that. So in the comments, tell me what you think about adding the cutoff here for the second part of the strategy of adding in more plays. Whether you think that should have been second, if something else should have been in there. And if you think my 3-bet range is too tight. Because you could argue that it could be wider, that you could put some suited connectors in there. But with the suited connectors, you could go either way with that. You could make that argument. And I got to watch this guy and put notes on him. I was at a table with him last episode. With a table again today, there was something about him I don't remember, and I didn't put notes on him. When you're playing online, put notes on him. If you got a HUD, use a HUD. I don't use mine because it clogs up the screen when I'm trying to do this. And let's see if I can get my timer back up here. Okay. Jack 10 suited. We are going to we're going to raise first in. Unfortunately, we're not going to call a 3-bet. 6-8. We're going to fold that. And the reason I say that unfortunate is because we have position. Yeah, we're going to fold it. We're going to stick with our strategy. Is when I'm in position, not playing this tighter strategy, I would call that, because I'm in position and I got suited connected Broadway. You can make an argument for that is. But since we are doing this tighter strategy right now, we're going to stick to the strategy and see how it performs. 2-4 suited, we're going to fold that. And if we feel like we're getting run over, we will move. And that goes back to, I'll put the position. I'm going to write that down, position. In the description, a link to that video. 9-10 of hearts, we're going to see a flop with this. Unless it's a raise first in and a 3-bet, then we're going to fold. Queen 10 off, don't like that hand. It has a lot of problems. Ace 4, I don't like the unsuited. Ace rags up. I would like to play this in the button, but we can't. 5-4 suited. Did we go? I don't think we went that far down. We're going to fold it. I think 6-5 is the furthest I went down with it. Well, we would have caught some trouble. We would have caught second pair, backdoor flush draw with an ace up there. So we'd have to peel 1, but not feel great about it, because really we're drawn to a 10 or a 9. The heart, well, how much is it going to cost to see the river? Then we got to calculate pot odds. Jack 10 is a fold offsuit. Now you might think that that's really tight. And that would be a hand down the road if you wanted to add even more hands on the button. You could start doing the unsuited connected hands. 6-3, we're going to fold that. King 8, we're going to fold that. Okay, we're adding more hands and we're kind of a little light on action. Kings versus, yeah. What do you do? 7's in the small blind, we're folding that. You could argue that we could have put more hands in the small blind for the second part, but let's just take it easy here. Now I'm going to do 3 parts to it, and then depending on what kind of views we get, maybe I'll do a part 4, part 5, but for right now it's just going to be 3 parts. And see if we can get some hands here. Got nothing going there. Waiting on that to finish there. And remember the comment section. If we could get some smart discussion going in there, that would be awesome. 10-4, we're going to fold that. Queen 2 on the button, that is a fold. Seven 9 is a fold. Okay, Jack 5, we're going to fold that. Ace 5, we're going to fold that. Queen Jack, we can play this. And see what happens. 9-5, that's a fold. 2-3. We're going to let that go. All right, we got top here, decent kicker. We're going to put some money in the pot. If he goes over the top, we'll call it unless he jams. I mean, this is your typical c-bet board. Queen 6-3, rainbow. I mean, there's really no two pairs. An 8, I don't know what an 8 does for him. What is he calling with? Well, let's make him pay again. Hard to shrink a range on this. He's got an ace, a worse queen, 6, ace 6. We're going to fold. Anytime they do that, I'll link to the Just Pay video. Anytime they do that, they can beat top pair. So, I'm telling you, I was dead. Aces. Nobody played against my aces. I'm telling you, I was just dead there. Because as soon as they can beat top pair, they start piling money in. And on a weird board like that, there's no two pairs. We're just, I don't know what he's a set, I guess. So we'll go from there. 9-8, we're going to let that go. Yeah, and then that's why you bet it again, is if they have a big hand, they're going to show you. That way we don't get to the river and really start piling money in. Ace Jack, we are in the cutoff. We're going to raise that up. We're going to fold Ace 4. Ace Queen, he just limped. Let's build a pot. We got a big hand. That was terrible for us, but we're going to c-bet it. This is our last money in pot. We're done with this hand. We're just going to call in the big with this. Yep. And we flop top 2 with backdoor diamond. Okay. So we're going to let him go. And we're going to have to bump this up. That's ridiculously low. But we're probably going to scare him off. Yeah, I don't know. We should have maybe just called, tried to extract more. But might have misplayed that. Money burner in the small blind. We're going to fold that. King 7, we're going to let that go. Yeah, with the top 2 there, put in the comments what you would have done there. Because I feel like I need to build a pot. And if we just call, we gotta hope that he keeps continuing to build a pot. And I don't know if that's gonna happen. Ace Queen in the button. We can 3-bet this or call. I say we 3-bet it. Okay. Because of who's to our left. Again, we got ace high, which is part of our c-bet strategy. We're going to c-bet and hopefully pick it up right here. We're not calling a raise. Because he has the king. Okay, well, we got a draw to the nuts. Let's check it, see if we can catch it. We cannot. We have ace high. He's got a 9. What does he have here? A bad king? Don't matter. We're beat. We have ace high. I'm not paying these guys off. Not with ace high. That's a playable. Yes. Jack 9, that's a fold. Yeah, I'm not paying these guys off. Watch the Just Pay series. Seriously. Nobody's getting out of line. And once they have 2 pair plus, they're piling the money in. Worst case scenario, they got top pair, top kicker. So check fold, ace 9 off. I don't know why I'm not topping off here. So we're down a little, up a little. Ace-5 off in the big blind. We're going to fold that. Okay. 9-7 hearts in the small blind. That's a fold. Well, we do have a pair. We're going to peel one. This is a typical C-bet board, so he's going to C-bet it, and we'll call it. You could argue that we should check raise here. Another club. This is a bet fold. If he goes over the top, we're letting that go. We can call this. We're going to raise it. Okay, there we go. Nobody wanted to play there. King Jack, small blind. No, we're still doing the 3-better fold there. We got money burner in the cutoff. This is not an over. We can raise first in with it, but we can't continue if somebody's in the pot ahead of us with King 10, because money burner is just too weak of a hand, which you could argue would make it a 3-bet hand. But we're gonna let it go. Ace-6 offsuit. We're gonna let that go. So he's sitting out. Queens on the button. We're going to raise. If we get 3-bet by scofflaw, we're 4-betting. And we're going to 4-bet jam. If this guy goes, okay, 3-4. No overcards. This is a 2-street hand. We're going to 3/4 bet it. Okay, yep, that. And at some point I'll do a video on what I call 2-street hands. I've discussed it a little bit before in previous videos. I think it's an interesting way. Oh, pocket queens again. And we're going to play it again. Now, he's got 40 bigs. If he goes, we're just going to call it off. We're not folding queens for 40 bigs pre. Again, another, can't call that. Now, what would he go over the top with? A set, and that's it. I can't. Anything else he would have went earlier. We're pot committed, in my opinion. So let's just put it in. It is what it is. What are we guessing here? A set, jacks, 10s, 9s, 4s. And he gets a 4 on the turn. Unbelievable. That's just sick. 2-outer on the turn. Wow. That's, well, is what it is. That's poker. But we did call it right. He had a pocket pair. And we had him beat. Had him crushed. With 2 cards to go and 2 outs, he had an 8% chance of beating us. Well, he did have the open-ender too, though. So actually, he had way more than that. He had 8 more outs. So that's 24. Well, he had 30%. So he certainly wasn't folding. This would have been nice to dodge it. But for that amount left behind, it is what it is. So, we're going to have a little rough session this time. Because of that. We're going to call this. All right, we got second pair. We don't have a diamond. We're out of position. We're just going to peel one. Could have a queen, could be on the flush draw, could just have been c-betting. We're going to call another one as long as it's a non-ridiculous. We're going to c-bet over here. All right, now we're feeling pretty good. Now, do we play and flow? No, we don't. We're going to have to donk because he already checked it. So, and since we're going to do another one, this is our last money in pot. He goes over top, we're done. Okay. All right, picked up a pot there. Picked up that one. 5, 6. I'm going to fold that. We'd play that on the button. Queen Jack in the small blind. We're going to let that go. So, yeah, what are you going to do? King Jack, we're going to call that. 8, 7 offsuit on the button. We're going to let that go. We're going to call here in the big blind, King Jack offsuit. We got 2 overs. We have the king of it, so we're going to peel one. 6, 5 offsuit on the button. We're going to fold that. Okay, well, we'll check that. At this point, I don't really see calling a bet. He's probably got an ace. We're probably going to lose this to an ace high, but that's fine. Or if he bets now, we're just done. I think he's got an ace. Yep. Kind of small, that one. 9, 7 of clubs. If that was on the button, we'd be playing it, but it's in cutoff, so we're going to hang tight. And then you could also argue that that would be a 3-bet from the cutoff. If I was going to play that from the cutoff, I would 3-bet that. But that's not in our game plan just yet. Okay, got about 4 minutes to go. I don't think we're going to dig ourselves out of the hole. So position and just pay. Yeah, I'll put those links in the description to those videos. So he went big here. Yep. See, that's what I'm telling you. They don't pile it in until they have it. And once you see that big bet coming from them, and anytime it's just a straightforward table, they got it. They're not doing it without it. I'm just telling you. And I don't believe we went this far down in our new strategy. I think 7-5 was the lowest suited one gapper. Jack 7, we're going to fold that. This is not a playable. Killing me. And the reason with the tighter strategy is to kind of keep ourselves from getting out of line. Okay. Ace 5 suited. We can call that in the big blind. This guy, we got a brokey here with all of 25 bigs. We'll call that. We're going to fold our king or check our king 4. Well, got the draw to the nuts. So, well, I don't know if it'd be the nuts, but so we're going to have to peel one there. Okay. We are going to call here. He's really low on chips, so we're going to try to see if we can't make the hand. We're going to call that for 1. Okay, so we need a club, maybe an ace. We're going to peel 1 unless he jams. You could argue we could just jam it in and just try to pick it up, but it's 3.8. Let's just check it. And we whiffed. We picked up a pair plus the thing. We're going to have to peel another one there. We have nothing here. We have ace high. We whiffed. Just let it go. Fold. Save our money. Money burner on the button. We can't overcall with it, but we can raise first in with it. So we're going to fold. Money burner has a lot of issues. 6.6. We have a pair, and so he overbet. So we need a 4. A king might hurt us, or a queen. For the overbet, I'm going to let it go. Probably surprised by that. Yeah, he had more than a 9. I'll tell you that right now. But he still had us beat. We were drawing. Again, you got to watch how much drawing you do. All right. Well, that's about our time. We're going to start sitting out. And, yeah, lost that one pot. That's pretty much our loss for the day. What are you going to do? You get it in good. Sometimes it holds. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. that's just how it goes. Thank you. That was 30 minutes of poker. I'm Brad for Bonesaw Poker. Thanks for watching. And remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.